Hey everyone, Mr. Sujano here. In this video, we're talking about Nintendo Switch emulation, Wii U emulation, and Vanced. Let's get started. Alright, we'll kick things off here talking about Nintendo Switch emulation on PC with Ryujinx. Today, Ryujinx had a pretty big announcement. They're dropping support for Windows 7, 8, 8.1, and earlier versions of Windows 10 as of June 1st of this year. Now, for those of you running those older versions of Windows, this is probably not great news to hear, but it's completely understandable from the Ryujinx team. They have said it's no longer feasible to support those systems, although they wouldn't mind supporting them. It's really a lot of work here for a number of different reasons. One, graphics driver updates have ended for those systems. Number two here, .NET 6 already made Windows 7 start needing workarounds. .NET 7 will likely make matters worse. On top of all of that, they've also said here upcoming implementations such as Acropolis and Skyline modding require certain Windows 10 exclusive features. So on the off chance here you're using an older version of Windows for a specific reason and you still want to use Ryujinx, well, I highly recommend just dual booting it with Linux. Linux operating systems are 100% free for the most part, and you can pick up the Linux build of Ryujinx without any issue. Moving on now, we're talking about Wii U emulation on PC, both Windows and Linux with Cemu, and we've got a brand new update. This new version of Cemu is currently in experimental form, but you can pick it up right from the Cemu website. I'll leave a link in the description below. The very first thing on this list here is reworked title management from the ground up. So basically, if you've got a bunch of games that you're importing into Cemu, it should go a heck of a lot faster. And if you have duplicates, it'll be a lot easier to manage them. The second thing on this list here is also pretty huge. It's introducing support for new file format for games we dubbed Wii U Archive.wua. And this is huge because this new archive format supports multiple titles in a single file. For example, if you've got a game as well as DLC for it. Cemu can play them directly and display them in the game list. This new file format does use compression, so game sizes should be a little bit smaller. It's lossless, so if you wanted to change it out of .wua, you can without any issues. And you can easily convert it here by downloading Z-Archive, and it's pretty simple and straightforward. On top of all of that, there's a whole slew of other changes, including one here that reduces the amount of VRAM you're currently using. In my opinion here, if you're currently using Cemu, you might want to check out this new experimental version. I really think this support for the new file format is absolutely huge, especially for those games that have DLC. Having everything just in one spot in one file really will make the whole process a heck of a lot easier. For those of you wondering about the Linux version of Cemu, well, you're gonna like this news. It's not there just yet, but this is a picture of Super Mario 3D World running on a Steam Deck. The Linux port is making considerable progress. The Cemu team states earlier this month we hit a pretty significant porting milestone, being able to compile Cemu on Linux without errors. The Cemu team does caution not to get too excited here because there is still some work to get done, and they expect this version to release in 1 to 3 months. 1 to 3 months really isn't too long in the future, so pardon me Cemu, but I am getting really excited about this. This is amazing. Most people probably won't even have their Steam Deck yet by the time this is released. On top of that, in terms of performance, they're stating it's probably going to be very similar to running the Windows version through Wine and Proton. Last up here, we're talking about Vanced. As a quick refresher, Vanced was a YouTube alternative on Android. It basically gave users, I would say, YouTube Premium features without paying for YouTube Premium. Obviously, Google had an issue with this and did shut Vanced down. Once Vanced shut down, people started turning to other apps to try to do the same thing, like NewPipe. Well, it appears that Vanced is coming back, kind of. reVanced here, which is reverse engineered Vanced, is on GitHub and they are making some progress. It appears reVanced will be entirely open source and they do have a Discord server. They also have a Reddit. As far as I know here, this hasn't officially released just yet. And I have no idea how long it's going to take for Google to shut this one down too. But anyways, that is all I've got for you in this one. Straight to the point, all stuff and no fluff. Let me know your thoughts about anything we talked about today in the comments below, whether it was Ryujinx dropping support for earlier versions of Windows, Cemu on Windows or on Linux, or even reVanced. Let me know in the comments below. If you liked this video, leave a like. If you didn't like this video, leave a like. Hit that subscribe button, check out my other videos, don't tempt fate, save your state.